Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. So this has been a video that I have been meaning to film for literally so long. Like, I remember back when I was on Snapchat, I remember talking about this issue about, would have been like 2016, so 4 years ago. I wanted to like talk about it more then and address it, but I just kind of, life got away and I just never really did it. And then yeah, I recently spoke about it a few months ago on my stories, and I just touched on it very briefly and just said I experienced IBS and bloating issues before. And yeah, you guys were super interested in hearing my experience and what I did to fix it. So here I am today, explaining my journey and my experience and the things that I did to fix IBS and bloating. So I've got my little notes. I've got a green tea. Ouch, that's really hot. And obviously I've got my phone, and I don't know why I need to show you that. First things first, I'm going to explain what IBS is. I'm just going to read out the definition so that I say it correctly. Irritable bowel syndrome is characterized by abdominal pain, bloating, and altering constipation and diarrhea. The cause is unknown, but environmental factors such as changes of routine, emotional stress, infection, and diet can trigger an attack. So that's what IBS is. It's called irritable bowel syndrome. Everyone experiences different symptoms, I guess. Some people get abdominal pain, some people get bloating, some people get gas, some people get constipation and diarrhea. So yeah, it's not a good time. My case, I guess, was quite mild. I only experienced bloating, abdominal pain, mainly that. The bloating was, I know it sounds silly, like, oh, it's just bloating, but it was so painful. My stomach was literally like, felt like a balloon, like someone had like blown a balloon up and I just wanted to pop it. It was sharp pains, so uncomfortable. It just, yeah, it's not a very good time. So I'm gonna give you guys the backstory of how and why mine started, my IBS started. So it was about 4 years ago, I would say, 4 or 5 years ago. Yeah, it was like 2015, 2016, something like that. I had just gone through a breakup, so I'd just broken up with my ex-boyfriend at the time. I found out he had been like cheating on me, so I was obviously very like stressed and upset. So I was, yeah, obviously going through a breakup, and I started traveling. So then I went and traveled to LA. And I went for about 2 weeks, and I ate really poorly over there. Like, I was not eating healthy at all. It was all like pastas and pizzas and ice cream and burgers, and, you know, I wasn't eating very healthy whatsoever. So stress, breakup, travel, poor diet, change of routine, obviously jet lagged, being out of my routine. And I was also not exercising whatsoever. So that's kind of when mine started and why it started. My body, I guess, just couldn't handle the whole lifestyle change. Obviously I was drinking alcohol as well, which I didn't really drink alcohol much back then. So yeah, I was drinking a lot of alcohol all of a sudden, a lot of chocolate, a lot of sugar, a lot of gluten, stress, not much sleep, jet lag, change of routine. You get the picture. The symptoms I experienced, okay, so I went to LA for 2 weeks. I came back, and it was about a few weeks after that, the symptoms just started coming along and started getting worse and worse and worse. And firstly, it was like some bloating, like some pretty bad bloating after each meal. And I was like, okay, this is weird. Like, why is my stomach blowing up like a balloon? Like, what's going on? And then the bloating just eventually didn't go away. Like, I was constantly bloated, and then when I would eat something, even drink water, my stomach would bloat up even more. And oh my gosh, it was just the most uncomfortable feeling. I remember waking up in the mornings, you know, when you wake up in the mornings and, like, you know, you're feeling light, you're feeling you haven't eaten for 8 hours, so you're feeling light, you don't feel heavy, you don't feel bloated. That's usually when you feel your skinniest or whatever, you know? And I would wake up feeling so heavy, so bloated. I couldn't sleep on my stomach because it was so bloated, it was like uncomfortable. So I had to like sleep on like, even when I slept on my side, it felt like my belly was like, the mattress was like holding up my belly because it was so bloated. Yeah, so you get the hint. That was my main symptoms. I don't think mine got bad enough to have any of the other symptoms, thank goodness, because that would have I just can't deal with something being wrong with my body. Like, I just hate it so much. So obviously I was like, okay, something's wrong. I started kind of like Googling it. It was saying like, you know, IBS and like maybe a parasite. And I was like, what the frick is IBS? So anyway, I went to a doctor, and I went to a doctor and a naturopath at the same time. I started getting tests done. So I got like my blood test, I did a stool test, I did a whole bunch of tests just to make sure that it wasn't anything else. And all my tests came back fine. I was all healthy. My naturopath ended up saying that I did have a parasite, but she's like, you know, like our stomach is full of like parasites, I guess, in a way, like not bad ones, but like our stomach is full of like, I can't remember now, it was so long ago, but yeah, she was like, could have picked it up overseas, which maybe I did, I'm not sure. So she gave me Chinese herbs for the parasite. So she gave me Chinese herbs for the parasite, if you know that was even true. And then I also was advised by my doctor to follow a low FODMAP diet, which I was like, what is low FODMAP? I'll explain what low FODMAP is. So yeah, there's no way for the doctors to actually diagnose you except based off your symptoms. Like, there's no proper diagnosis for IBS. They will just kind of run a bunch of tests, see if there's anything wrong that shows up in the test. If it's not, they'll kind of be like, okay, your symptoms sound like irritable bowel syndrome. So FODMAP is an acronym for fermentable fermentable oligody monosaccharides and polyols. I said all of that wrong, I'm sure. They are short chain carbohydrates that are poorly absorbed in the small intestine and are prone to absorb water and ferment in the colon. So by the sounds of that, you can probably guess that there's a lot of inflammation, digestive issues, and it's just not a good time. So what the low FODMAP diet is, it basically is you can only eat the foods that aren't FODMAP. So that aren't gonna irritate your digestive system, that aren't gonna inflame you or whatever. So if you have any of the symptoms I listed before and you've been told you have IBS, I'm telling you right now, follow the low FODMAP diet. It fixed me. It took about, I'm not gonna lie, it took about 6 months of me being on this diet for me to fully feel like it was gone. But I stayed on it for another 3 months just because I was so nervous and traumatized by the bloating that I was like, I would rather eat low FODMAP for longer and just completely heal my gut than to start incorporating all the high FODMAP foods again and to get that bloating back. I just wanted to completely get rid of irritable bowel syndrome. So low FODMAP diet, research it yourself. You'll find kind of like a list, and it'll have the 2 food groups. It'll kind of have like your fruit and your veggies. Then it'll have like the carbs that you can eat, and like, you know, it'll have all the food groups broken up, and it'll say low FODMAP and high FODMAP. So obviously high FODMAP would be foods to avoid, and low FODMAP would be safe to eat. High FODMAP foods, off the top of my head: onion, garlic, chili, too much avocado, lots of fruit. Like, so many fruits you just can't have, like mangoes, anything high in fructose and sugar. Gluten you're not allowed, dairy you're not allowed. Cut back the coffee to 1 a day. Alcohol, pretty much only have spirits like vodka if you are going to drink, but it obviously advises you to cut back the alcohol. Refined sugar, big no-no, obviously. Pretty much anything that's not very good for you. Obviously, what I'm talking about at the end, obviously, like all the other stuff that's like fruit and veggies are obviously amazing for you. However, they they're too harsh on your small intestine and they'll cause inflammation and irritation. So that's what the low FODMAP diet is. It sucks. You can't really eat out at restaurants or at cafes. I saved a lot of money not eating out, but I obviously couldn't be as social for about 6 months, which at that time I was living in Sydney. I didn't have that many friends there. I only had Brando, and he was happy to come over and just cook dinners at home and make it work. Like, it wasn't that much of a big deal for me then. Now I would struggle a lot more. I'm very social. I love my dinners out and I love my cafes, and I love my red wine. Oh my gosh, I didn't like wine back then. So like now it would be so much harder for me. However, if I had to do it again, I would, because when I want to fix something and it's my health, I'm very self-disciplined and I just want to be healthy and I just want my body to be healthy. If you do want to fix this, you do have to put in the work. You do have to be disciplined. It sucks, I know. What did you do to deserve it? You know, but it is what it is, and you just have to do the best you can to heal your body. So I'm going to give you guys the exact things I did to fix my gut and fix my IBS and fix my bloating. This is what I did. Obviously, number one, most important, follow the low FODMAP diet. I just spoke about it then. Follow it as strict as you can. You will get used to it. You'll make do. You just get creative with your cooking and just cook with the foods that you can cook with and just make it work. The great thing is that now there's like a whole section in the health section in like Woolworths and Coles, and it'll have a FODMAP friendly section for sauces, for all different kinds of foods. So there's a whole FODMAP friendly section. Obviously with pasta sauces, you know, onion and garlic, you're not really allowed. Chili, not really allowed. You're not allowed. Like, they're all major triggers for it. So now is what I'm trying to say as well, is that they now have infused olive oils. So they'll have garlic infused olive oil or onion infused olive oil, which is so amazing. So you can still cook with those flavors. It's just a very light, it's just infused. So it's not, the percentage of the garlic and the onion is very, very small, and it shouldn't trigger your stomach. You just read up on, start Googling low FODMAP diet. You'll find so much information about it. There's so much research that's been going into it now. The Monash University, they do so much research, and they come out, like, follow the Instagram page. I follow it, and it's got so much useful information. It tells you pretty much what you can and can't eat. It has recipes that you can follow. It's so amazing. Second thing I did, take a probiotic, take a good one. I know they can be expensive, but spend the money on it. It's good to get the good bacteria back in your gut and get rid of the bad bacteria. It'll just help with your symptoms, hopefully. I mean, they have specific probiotics for IBS now. So it's really great. You can, there's a lot more options out there now, especially now compared to when like 4 or 5 years ago when I had it. Third, if you want, go see a naturopath or a nutritionist. They're very knowledgeable now and they are very helpful. They might have some natural Chinese herbs to help with it, or, you know, be able to pinpoint it a little more. I think seeking professional advice in any sort of health situation is super important. Everyone is different, and just try not to diagnose yourself based on symptoms. Go to a doctor, go to a professional and chat with them and see what they say. Other one is, cut out alcohol and sugar if you can. And coffee, like, try and cut down to 1 coffee a day if you do drink coffee, or swap it out for a herbal tea. Peppermint tea is amazing for calming your stomach. Ginger tea. So swap it out for some teas, any digestive teas, that would be great. Obviously alcohol is not very good for your gut, so if you could just cut it out, or cut down as much as you can, it would be super helpful for your gut in terms of this healing process. Refined sugar, I don't even eat refined sugar like ever anymore. Like, maybe if it's in like a sauce or something, that like tomato sauce here and there, but I don't eat refined sugar. I don't eat chocolate with sugar in it. I'll get like the sugar-free chocolate occasionally if I do have it, but I just, refined sugar is not good for you, and I know everything's good in balance. However, me personally, sugar can be so addicting. If I have one bit of chocolate, I want more, so I just don't eat it at all, just so that the temptation's not there, and just so that the temptation's not there. Other thing is, if you are stressed, you need to manage your stress, be very mindful. I personally practice personally practiced yoga. I still do to this day. Yoga is so amazing for trying to just get in touch with your inner self, to just wind down, to be present, to look after your body. It's 1 hour a day, or I do it a few times a week, and it's just, your body will love you for it. Stretching, relaxing, being mindful, just really do something, whatever it is, whether it be go sit at the beach every day and just watch the waves and just have a tea, or listen to a podcast that makes you feel better, or read a book, or journal. Yoga, anything to just decrease your stress, because stress is so bad for your body, it's so bad for your gut, and if you can minimize your stress, your body will thank you. So yeah, I guess those are the 5 key things I did to heal my gut. And like I said, it took about 6 months for me to fully heal it, and it was all through just natural stuff and just commitment to the low FODMAP diet, and I healed it. And I couldn't believe it when I started eating onion and garlic again, and I didn't get bloated, and I was like, oh my God. But however, in saying that, everyone is different. Some people unfortunately will carry out symptoms for a lot longer than others. Some can heal it pretty quickly. It can be incurable, and you just have to deal and manage the symptoms for the rest of your life. However, I truly think that we can heal our bodies if we treat them right, the best we can anyway. So yeah, do some of your own research into the low FODMAP diet and IBS. You'll be surprised how much you can find out there. Contact a naturopath or a nutritionist if you can, and have a meeting with them, or an appointment with them, and just discuss your issues and see how they can help you, because I'm sure they will. Eat on the low FODMAP diet, cut out alcohol, cut out sugar, cut out dairy, cut out gluten, and make sure you educate yourself on what you can and can't eat throughout that diet. Exercise if you can, so pick up a sport, pick up a gym membership, go to a yoga class, go to Pilates. Any sort of exercise is so vital for your health. You have no idea how amazing daily movement for your body is. It will change your life, I promise. Just find something that works well for you and do it because you love your body, not because you hate it. What is the 4th one? Find a way to de-stress your body, whether that be journaling, yoga, meditation, listening to podcasts, even watching a movie, whatever it is, whatever's your thing to unwind and de-stress, make sure you do it daily. Even if it's for 20 minutes, just put in 20 minutes of your whole day into yourself. Probiotics, that's the last one. Don't forget to take probiotics. They're so amazing for you. They can be so helpful, and everyone wants good bacteria. All right, guys, I hope you were able to take away something from this video. If you are experiencing these symptoms, I wish you all the best. I know you can do it. Just make good choices, make healthy choices, look after your body, and I'm sure it's gonna listen to you and respond well when you do. This is the main reason why I started getting into the health industry and started learning about nutrition and started learning about exercise, and this is, I guess, where it all kind of sparked for me. And as you guys know, I am releasing 2 ebooks in the next couple of weeks. Hey guys, I thought I would quickly just interrupt here. I'm just editing this, and my programs have already come out. So I edited this about 2 weeks ago, and my program came out 1 week ago. So I'm uploading this a little later than I expected, but just wanted to let you know that my programs are out. I'll leave links down below so you can check them out. I've got to stop saying but yeah, just wanted to clarify that in case it confuses you. My ebooks are already out. One is my fitness guide and one is my wellness guide. So the wellness will consist of all of my lifestyle habits, what challenges I faced, has basic nutrition information, what I ate to lose the weight and to get healthy, and it gives you a basic understanding of food and why protein, carbs, and vegetables are so important, and how to kind of balance it out. How to get into the right mindset with fitness. It's got what I struggled with in the gym. It tells you how to stay motivated and how to stay on track with your goals. It's got a 6-week fitness workout program in there. It's got a home version and a gym version. So the home version is pretty much no equipment, only bands, and you can do that anywhere. You can even do it in the gym if you wanted to, but you can do it at home, you can do it in a park, at the beach, in the gym, when you're traveling. It's perfect for the person who doesn't have a gym membership and just has a booty band and a body band and wants to absolutely get results. And then the other version is a weights-based version. So obviously includes equipment, mainly weights and like benches and stuff like that. So more suitable for a gym. And both versions are included in the fitness guide. So you get pretty much 2 for 1. It's pretty awesome. Yeah. You can buy them separately or together in a bundle. The fitness is $39, the wellness is $49, or you can buy them both together for $69. So I've made them super affordable for you guys, and they're loaded with so much information that will change your life. I promise it changed mine. I think the one thing that I learned throughout my journey is consistency is key, dedication is key, self-discipline is key, and if you master that, you can do anything. I promise. You'll be so surprised at yourself with how much you can achieve, not just in fitness, but career, personal growth, mentally, physically, whatever it is, whatever's your goal. If you are disciplined, if you are consistent, and you are dedicated, you will win in life. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I love you so much. Thank you for supporting me, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.